One final question, and it's the toughest.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a look at this bill that's coming before Congress, or maybe it doesn't make it to Congress, but whatever. If it were to pass, H.R. 1518, it was to become law. You just mentioned what a talented horse we have. I'm sure there's a contingency plan in place to continue the events moving forward. If that were to happen, what would we do as a walking horse industry?
Well, we still have the best product there is, and we would have to take a look at what the situation and options we have as far as the divisions that we can show the horse. However, I would urge people not to sit back and wait. I mean, this is an attack on agriculture.
Yes.
It strikes closest to home because it's an attack on us, but the thoroughbred industry is being attacked, the cattle industry is being attacked, dog breeders, all the Humane Society are great marketers, but not, in my opinion, very ethical. They raise hundreds of millions of dollars a year, and there was just their 2012 tax return said they spent less than 1% for animal shelter. But if you look at a commercial, you think that's where all the money's going. Then another one came out today. I don't know if it's for this past year or whatever, but it was less than 4%. So somewhere between 1% and 4%. They're using that money, deceptively raised, in my opinion, of people thinking they're helping animals, to actually destroy agriculture as we know it today and promote a vegan lifestyle, which is fine for them. But I like broccoli, but I don't want to. But we have to realize this is an attack on not only the horse, but on Bedford County, Tennessee, Georgia, all the surrounding states that rely on equine agriculture, and generally in walking horse specifically. It will be a very destructive outcome if they're successful. And I would urge everybody to call their representatives, from the local level to the state level to the national level, and their congressmen to be in opposition. Basically, what that bill decides to do or tries to do is, under the guise of eliminating soring, is to eliminate the breed.
Right.
Now, the industry has alternative legislation that should be introduced very quickly here, hopefully within the next 30 days, that again, nobody advocates or wants soring, but in truth and reality, we know that our compliance rate last year, either if you use the government's numbers, which is 96% compliant, or the industry numbers, which were 98 at the industry inspections, we want to eliminate the problem area, which is small but not punish the 96 to 98% of people that are doing it right, and the horses that are totally compliant. It's very simple. The goal is the same, but we think the industry should have an independent inspection group and objective inspections, not subjective, and the appropriate penalties, serious penalties for any violations. But you should not eliminate or preclude those 96% that are doing it right from competing to achieve that goal. The alternative, the Humane Society of the United States, which again is a name to confuse people with the real Humane Society that helps animals, is to eliminate the 4% or small percent that are not following the rules, to get those people out by eliminating everybody. And that's the differences between the two bills. One is to eliminate the soring by eliminating the breed. The other is to eliminate the soring by punishing the individuals that are caught through objective inspections. And that, when we get that message out, I think that will help us in the discussion. But I can't reiterate enough that it is serious. These people have hundreds of millions of dollars. They're dedicated to do their best to not cause havoc, but to destroy the industry to the best that they can. And with that, I think people know that just from the celebration standpoint, it's a $40 million impact to Bedford County a year. But the equine business in state of Tennessee is 3.2 million, and there's 30,000 jobs directly related in the walking horse industry itself, not to mention hotels, restaurants, real estate, all things that are interconnected by agriculture in general for Bedford County, and specifically the walking horse. So it's a serious thing. We need to stand up and let the quiet majority be heard to
Right.
help put forth our best effort to save our horse. Back to your question, again, we have the best horse in the world. We'll continue to promote him. The truth is still there. Ride one today, own one tomorrow. There's nothing that changes about that. This is by far the best equine athlete there is, both on the rail or on the trail, and that's what makes it so special.
I think the people of Shelbyville don't recognize that sometimes and lose sight of it because they've become so accustomed to seeing it. But it is a world-class equine athlete, no doubt. And since you mentioned Bedford County and how it impacts Bedford County, what can the community do to help support Celebration?
Well, come to the show, of course, but be involved. Again, be involved with your local, state, and national legislatures, because this is a serious event, and it touches all of our lives. I came for 27 years as a spectator and exhibitor, and I had a house here, like I said, for 10 years before we moved up here permanently and took this position. I knew it was because it affected me. I would travel from lived in Texas and Georgia and Alabama. We would travel every year to vacation here. This was our vacation, and to see friends that would do the same thing. Once you get here and live in Shelbyville, which we love, by the way, almost without exception, when I talk to someone, there is some family connection to the celebration. Either I worked the spotlight with it when I was in high school, or I'm part of one of the 12 civic clubs that rely on this event to fund their charitable giving for the entire year. To my family, we would have a broodmare and one or two colts, or we buy one, or we did park in, and it's amazing how many lives it touches. But when you think you take a town of 21,000 and you expand it to a town of 40 and 50,000, yeah, when everybody's here, you see that it will touch everybody's life, and it's an important part of this area, and we're thrilled to be a part of it. But I really have learned how deeply the roots go and how many people it touches, and I think it's just very, very special, and it's a treasure. It really is. And like I said, sometimes we take it for granted, or we complain about maybe the traffic's a little too bad, or it gets a little loud. But it's a treasure that means so much to the area here and the families here and generations of
Right.
families here.
Well, Mike, we appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule. We wish you the best of luck this coming show season and this coming year here at the Celebration. And we just, again, say thank you for spending this time with us.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, again, want to urge everybody to come out, not only to the celebration, but to the events that we have during the year. We try to make this a 52-week activity place, and things are either free or at a nominal charge, and there's just a lot of things going on. We're making improvements to our facility on a daily basis, and we're just excited to be here and be part of the community.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, thank you.